What was it like getting cast as Rory? Like, do you remember being cast as Rory in the audition process for
Yeah.
coming on board?
Well, I'd taken a bit of time out of acting. I said, well, a bit of time out because I'd written a musical, like a funk soul musical that was on at the Young Vic, and then we took it up to Edinburgh. And I was doing a lot of music, and I kind of took a few, like 6 months off actually doing any acting work. And it gave me time to just go, okay, what do I really want to do? I don't know. It's so hard to have any agency or control over your career or life. You just wait for people to tell you that you are allowed to do your job quite a lot of the time. But I thought, well, what do I have control over? And I kind of got healthy. I kind of got like, I started running, and I started reading a load of plays, and I started going to a lot of theatre and just going, right, I didn't know what it was, but I was like, the next thing I want to do, I want it to be something good and just to approach my work in a different way. I think I'd kind of bumbled around and I'd been really lucky, and I'd done a load of theatre and I was really loving it. I'd done a couple of TV things, but I found it very nerve-wracking and very, I felt a bit out of place doing those. But I wanted to get better at it. And so I was like, well, the next thing I do, I just want to really, really go for it and immerse myself in it and challenge myself. And it was the first audition that came through after I kind of started thinking more like that. And I just remember getting the script. I mean, the sides were the audition script that you get. I don't know why we call them sides. Anyway, the sides we got. This sounds very kind of industry lingo. The piece of paper I got with the words on. It was just written so brilliantly, and it was funny, and it was like bits from Vampires in Venice, all kind of with bits redacted and names changed and whatever, and then a bit from the first episode that we did. And I just saw Rory as this kind of outsider voice of the audience who panics about everything, and I just went, right, I'm going to go for this, and I'm going to do this thing. And I'd worked with Matt before. Me and Matt had done a play before together, and so I was really excited about that. So my second audition was with Matt. I just found it really exciting. I was so excited when he got the job, because he got the job before I even auditioned for it. I was like, oh, that's very cool, because I'm we worked together, and I just think he's such a brilliant actor. I was like, oh, that's really smart of them to cast someone like that. And I remember thinking, oh, I'd love to do a bit, and I'd love to kind of go in and do a bit with Matt, just because we enjoyed working together so much. So when it came through, I was like, wow, this is a real dream job. And yeah, so I auditioned. It went fine. You just never know. Like, you come out of those rooms and you're like, I absolutely nailed it. And then you make a phone call and go, I think this is gonna go my way. And then they go, oh no, they've gone another way. Yeah, great, cool. So you never really know. And they kept me dangling for quite a while. And then yeah, it felt big. It felt like a big deal getting it. Yeah.
Were you a fan of the show before then, or
Not
were you new
really?
to it?
Like, I'm quite glad I wasn't. Like, I'd seen it. I was really excited for it to come back. It wasn't really on when I was a kid. And then I saw Chris Eccleston, a bit of Chris Eccleston's stuff, and I just think, I think he's amazing. I've always been a fan of his, so I was like, oh, this is cool. I'll watch that, and I really loved it. But then, life happens, and I was kind of doing my own thing, and so didn't really watch that much of it. And I'm quite glad. I mean, similarly to that thing of like meeting your heroes, I think if I was a huge fan of it, I would have found it difficult to, it's difficult enough being on a film set and pretending to be confident about stuff. So if I was kind of on a film set with something I was at that point in my life, I think it'd be easier now. But at that point in my life, to be on a set doing something that I was a huge fan of, I think it wouldn't have done me personally any favours.